wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators.
You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. Check, we Ric Flairing on them niggas. It's apparent these girls staring. I'm Ric Flairing, gold across my chest. I'm fresh to death, I'm Paul Bearing, not at all scary. When I open like Betty Wops, then find to these Urkels that's going in like a carry shot. Woo! I'm going in like a Mary Pop off that Mary Crop at the top flow at the Marriott. So questioning me is like questioning you. See, we the best dressed, so come and get blessed with the crew. Not one but two, different ways to slaughter your crew. Committed tat across the chest, I guess she blessed with the truth. People want to see them checks, representation of proof. Living through my elders trying to resonate to the youth. But ain't nothing to get my flash on. Longevity is heavily embedded in my melanin. Layman terms, I last long. My grind repetitive, I'm smoother than real silk. Lyrical cash cow who can't cry over spilled milk. We in here. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. This ain't no normal situation, this preparation with greatness. Industry full of fakeness, it's really up for the taking. See, life is what happened to you, more so how you take it. Don't get stripped of your knowledge and mentally leave you naked. I like to live otherwise. I'm sorry that I'm fresh to death. I put the polo and apologize. See, black son, we ain't nothing like them other guys. Quit to socialize, we organize, then we mobilize. Off the deep end like a scuba diver. And no confusion, just keep it pushing like Uber drivers. Woo! Business fresh just like a supervisor in a Gucci visor. Can't find a smoother rhymer. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas.
Yeah, DQ baby. Shout out that boy Nigga for that fire track. Hey, Black Sun, sun up. What's up, Vinny Vegas? What in Vegas? Yeah. Shout out Pharaoh's Kids, D-Phase, yeah, Bubba C, yeah, Ric Flairing on them, Ric Flairing on them, Ric Flairing on them, Ric Flairing, son up, baby.
Hey, yo, Scotty, you going crazy for this one. We see what you're doing, we salute you. Hey, let's get it started. It's Backpack, Capital One. What's in your wallet? Got a call from my man A. Scott. I said I got it. Love that you highlighting all of these black colleges. Try to pay me for doing this. Look, bruh, if you don't get off my line with that foolishness, voice of the swag, pull up where you at. No cap if the Brody is speaking the soft facts. My advice, tune in to every show. Captain Petty, but we know that the sergeants are with the smoke. Speculate, just tell me what is we doing. Get into it, okay, look, I'ma say this and keep it moving. My boy Scotty, man, he offered the least. Black grad, paying college, I'm glad that he called me. Walk it, cause we all been taught that talk is cheap. Even primetime knows Scott for the HBCU streets.
What What is going on, everybody? I hope you guys can hear me because I can't hear myself. Okay, there we go. Welcome, everybody. Appreciate it. Hey, you already know what you're watching. It's your boy Scotty, and you watching Off Script. Let's get it. All right, listen, I am doing a full review. Shout out to Brian Johnson. My man met me at the game. Shout out to you. Shout out to everybody that I met. Mr. Richardson, shout out to him. Cam, shout out to you. Mr. Vincent, shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? So everybody I met at the game, appreciate you guys. Appreciate the support. Miss Valerie, shout out to you. All right. So everybody I met at the game, appreciate it. Appreciate you guys for coming up to me. Listen, I'm an approachable guy. Okay. I'm an approachable guy. I know, you know, what you see on YouTube, you're like, oh man, I'm really approachable. All right. So if you see me, say what's up. But if you want the smoke, you can approach me too. You can approach me too. But I just want to be very clear. My girl can see it coming from a mile away. Okay, she can see it coming from a mile away. So if you bring in that smoke, she gonna see you. Okay, she gonna see you, and she gonna tell you about yourself. All right. So listen, so let me see. So listen, spring game review. Okay, you know I had to go down and see my boy Quincy Casey. Wrong buttons. Wrong buttons. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the overall grade of the spring game, and I'm going to break out some key players that I noticed. I can't tell you everything on the defense because Coach Maynard personally said, hey, Scotty. So I can't give you everybody that I liked, okay? So Coach Maynard personally said, can't say that. All right, so I said, okay, cool. All right, so this is what I'm overall grade for the game. I gave it a C. Listen, I gotta call you. You know I love A&M. You know I love the coaches. I'm cool with them and everything like that. The energy wasn't there. I don't know if it was because of the announcer. It wasn't energetic. It just felt real lethargic. It was just like they were going through the motions somewhat. You had a couple big plays, a couple like my boy Quincy Casey. All right, but it just was like it was nothing that was like, you had to be there or you missed something. It wasn't like that. So the overall game I gave a C, and this is with presentation, marketing. I mean, you didn't even have a list of the players, so you knew who was playing. You didn't have that. So it kind of seemed just toss at the wall and hope it stuck or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It could have been a lot better aesthetically, like visually, just that for me. Well, all right. So players that stood out to me. Listen, I'm gonna say this first, okay? All you A&M fans, if you think your defense is going to look like what it did last year, God forsake it won't. Oh no, sir. Them boys went out there recruiting, okay? They went hunting. And they got some ballers. Like I said, I can't tell you everybody. Coach Maynard already said, Scotty, don't do that. All right, got to keep everything, you know what I'm saying, on the low key. All right, so I'm going to respect that aspect because Coach Maynard, he treats your boy well, unlike other coaches. I ain't going to point no elbows, you know what I'm saying, but they in the blue and white. But anyway, all right, so let me say this. Players that stood out to me, and you might want to know their name, coming up to the season is this. First of all, Marquise Beeson. The DB Beeson. I think it's Marquise or Marcus or whatever. But the 4-star from University of Illinois. Oh yeah, he liked that. He liked that. Real talk. He liked that. He good. I like him. I liked him a lot. I like his technique. Did a pretty good job of guarding Abdul. Yeah, I like him. So his number 0. Make sure you be on the lookout for him. I like him a lot. Hey, listen, I really like this kid. I had to make sure I put this kid on here. Number 11 linebacker Douglas. Listen, that boy wasn't hitting Bamas. He was trying to like. You want to make it easy? You got to cut this kid because he ain't breathing no more. That's why you got to cut him. That's how hard this Bama was hitting out there. Number 11 is a heat-seeking missile. I'm telling you, you do not want to get hit by this boy. He brings wood, lumber, 2x4s, cherry oak wood, whatever wood you can bring, this young man is going to bring it to your doorstep. And he don't got no problems. All right? None whatsoever. Okay, so I'm telling you right now, this kid is a head hunter. Okay, he will lay you out. The D-line is totally revamped. All right, totally revamped. Now, I'm going to say one play. I didn't get the kid's name, but I made sure I put it in my notes as players to watch. His number is 34. It was one play by 34 that I was like, damn, that was pretty dope. He blew the receiver, tried to block him. He blew him up. And when I mean blew him up, he didn't thump. And then, no, the kid was on the floor. All right. He ran through him. Right. And then he made the tackle. So he blew up the blocker and made the tackle. Awesome play by number 34, special cat. So definitely those two dudes you definitely want to be on the watch, especially this number 11. Number 0, I'm telling you, Beeson is dope. From what I see, listen, in the real game, it could be different. It could be different. I'm just going to, for the spring game, let me be very clear, because I don't want people like, oh, Scotty, you said he was going to be all swag. I don't know about all that, okay, because I don't know how he's going to play against competition on the other side. But from what I've seen, he looked good. He looked 4-star worthy. This guy right here, I don't know. Yeah, 34 was legit. Man, them transfers are legit, okay? Some of them transfers are definitely legit. But trust me when I tell you, your D-line has been, any A&M fans worried about their D-line, it has been revamped, okay? It has been revamped. You look good and everything like that, okay? So I'm going to give you that heads up. You should be good. All right, offensively, 2 guys from offense I really, really like that stood out to me. Gardner, number 12. Listen, I said it in the stadium. I'm going to say it to you guys. If I was Quincy Casey, all right, number 12 is going to be on my Christmas list. He made me look real good. Number 12 made QC look real good. Okay, number 12, Gardner, he's nice. He's a nice player. He's a nice addition. He just came off a pulled hamstring and was still burning Bama. So I can only imagine him fully healthy, what he's really going to look like. And listen, man, I know this kid gets a lot of pushback for it, him being outgoing. He's well-spoken. He's funny. But listen, when I tell you Juice looked different, he finally looks like his name. Like, before you would see the moves and everything, you're like, oh, okay. Listen, Juice got the juice, okay? He was hitting another gear in the game, making great catches, great adjusting catches. Had his speed. He looks totally different from last year. All right, totally different. I'm telling you, he came to play. He has something to prove this year. Hopefully they can get this kid the ball as much as possible. But, man, I'm telling you, oh, man, Juice looked good. Juice looked really, really good. All right, now, for what y'all been waiting for. Now, you know what I've always said? I said my bandwagonism and my football acumen are on 2 different planes. I can rock with you, but I still got to keep it fair, because you guys wouldn't listen to me if I didn't keep it 100, right? So these are my quarterback ratings for the spring game. All right. These are my quarterback ratings for the spring game. I gave Quincy Casey a C+, and I gave Xavier a B-. And I'm going to give it to you straight, just like I told it to him when I saw him, because one thing about me, whatever I say on this channel, I'll promise you, I will say it in your face, okay? I told QC, I said, you made the better quarterback throws, but Xavier ran the offense better. Now, as a coach, what I trust more, I got to trust the guy who's going to run he's going to run the offense like I see it. Now, will you get all the big explosive plays with Xavier? Somewhat you can. You know what? Somewhat you can. And Quincy Casey has all the talent in the world. But if you can't run the offense like it's supposed to be ran, it's going to be hard for you to get on the field. And I'm not going to lie to you, we was in the stands. Xavier was looking real good. I was like, man, this Quincy Casey revenge tour, it looked like it's going to be 2023. I couldn't even find. I was like, oh, man. But QC made his pushback, made some big-time throws to number 12. That's why I said 12 needs to be on this Christmas list. All right? So Terrell Gardner made him look really, really good for some of the catches and some of the throws that Quincy did. Quincy took some sacks in the red zone that you just can't take when you're in the red zone. That kind of dinged him a lot. But made some great. I mean, see the throws QC can make. You're like, damn, like you see it, right? That's what got me when I first jumped on the bandwagon, right? When I first jumped on the bandwagon, I was like, damn, he can make some throws. He's just like, man, people can't make those throws. But at the same time, you gotta the consistency factor is what it is, right? So Xavier didn't do anything bad enough to make you be like, you shouldn't be playing quarterback. But at the same time, he also didn't do anything like special to be like, oh my God, like he gotta start. So that's why I said B- for Xavier, C+ for Quincy Casey. So you guys know I'm not like, oh, that's his guy. Yeah, that's my guy. I'm on QC down. I'm a QC bandwagon all the way. But at the same time, I gotta be fair enough to say he didn't have the best outing. He needs to be better if you're going to take the starting spot. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to take the starting spot, you just got to be better in that aspect. So, and that's what I'm holding him accountable to. So it's no different than any other quarterback I hold accountable for. Rashawn McKay, Shador, Akil when he was playing, Felix. When you're playing that quarterback position, and see the thing that Quincy and Xavier have benefits for is all three of the people coaching them have played the position at a high level. Maynard, high level. DT, high level. Coach Ma, high level. They've all won championships at the quarterback position. So you can't be in a better situation if you're a quarterback. It just can't happen. If you're a quarterback, you want to go to A&M because of the people teaching you have done it at a high level, and what you're trying to do, they've done it. You know what I'm saying? So if you just listen to what they're telling you, you know what I'm saying? You should be okay. So you got to respect that. And that is what it is for me. So call lines are open, 516-259 if you got any questions. Listen, some things I cannot answer. I'm just going to be free. I'm going to be real with you. All right. Some things I just cannot answer because, like I said, Coach Maynard said, hey, Scotty, I appreciate you if you don't say nothing. So
you are the only participant in the conference. So
I got to be, you know what I'm saying? I gotta keep it a buck with Coach Maynard, because, if you and your friends go watch the spring game and you tell 10 people, that 10 people, okay. But if this video goes and I get 2,000-3,000 people watching this jank, and them 2,000-3,000 people tell 2,000 or 3,000 people, you see how that rolls? You see how that rolls? You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. So you just can't take they definitely can't. They definitely can't, but it is what it is. All right, but you know what I'm saying? So I can't talk about QC on this channel. I can, because that's my guy. I can. But you, how you gonna talk bad about somebody you ain't even watch? Come on now. Now, if you seen something like if he's in a regular season, then that's just fair game. That's just fair game. You know what I'm saying? So I can't be like, oh, you can't say nothing bad about QC if he had a bad game. That don't make sense. But you can't say nothing right now because you ain't saying nothing. I know you weren't at the spring game, so you can miss me with that. So it is what it is. How the offensive line look? They look bigger, but since with the spring game, since you're mixing up O linemen, you really can't. O lineman is all about consistency. Connection and having the same five. They're bigger. I'll say that they are bigger, but you didn't get to see the starting line with any particular quarterback because of the fact of how they drafted. They picked one, boom, 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 boom. And you know what I'm saying? So it was kind of hard to really tell. They weren't bad, but they weren't good. So if I was giving the line a grade, I would give them a B. I would give them a B. If I was grading the defense, I would give the defense an A. I'm not gonna lie to you. And that's definitely the maroon. The maroon team won. Maroon and white 8. The score was 18-6. Maroon team won. That was Xavier's team. Xavier's team won. But if I was giving the D line a grade or the defense got an A. The defense got an A. Okay, you know what I'm saying? They got an A man, listen, A+++. They look really good. They look really fast. It's a defense that is aggressive and they have a chip on their shoulder. And you can tell the energy from them was different. The thing about it is it wasn't enough energy to pick up the whole game. You know what I'm saying? Because there was no jarring. There was no, it just felt like the players are kind of going through the motions in some aspects. You didn't really get the full feel of a real game. Of course, a spring game, nobody trying to get hurt or anything like that. So that's what it is. But overall, it was dope. It was dope. The defense looks really good. I can't lie. They won't be what you saw last year. That's all I can promise you that. I can promise you that. What you saw last year will not be the A&M defense of this year. They look good. And man, listen. They got some boys. All I'm going to say is this. Once again, I told you, Coach Maynard said I can't say nothing. All I can say is this. Them Bamas on the D-line are big, okay? They are big. They call a guy on the D-line Green Mile. Need I say more? There's a guy on the defensive line. They call him the Green Mile. Need I say more? The Bama's big. Like big, just big for no reason. Like, God, dog, how are you that big? I mean, just tall and wide, man. That's what when they say big and tall, that's that Bama right there. Big and tall. Jesus Christ, man. Jesus freaking Christ. But you see Coach Bob, see what's up, Coach Bob? You know what I'm saying? Just big and man, just God, dog, man. I'm telling you. So that defense you saw last year is going to be, but I got to keep it a buck though. The offense, they still got the playmakers. They still got the playmakers. Yes, I did see the scooter. They still have the scooter. The thing for me is this. You're going to see, I think this is the time you're going to see really, really good coaching you're going to have to see really good coaching by A&M's offensive staff, because replacing Akil Glass with 3 years in a system, right? And you're talking about 2 years where the SWAC wasn't really all that. So you had time to groom talent. You had time to, kind of get your bearings about you, work a kid into a system. Nowadays, it's plug and play. Okay. It is plug and play. You got to get somebody that can win you games right now, and you don't have the benefit unless you're a UAPB, unless you're a Valley, unless you're a Alabama State, to kind of get your wits about you and kind of bring up programs like Southern, Texas Southern, Alcorn, Jackson, FAM. They don't. Alabama A&M, these teams don't have luxury to kind of to grow players into positions. No, I need you to come in and win now. If you're not ready to play, sit your ass on the bench, watch, and then when it's your turn, get your butt in there. But you got to win now. You know what I'm saying? So I feel bad for these quarterbacks because of the simple fact of who you're replacing and what you have to do to be considered good or even great is you have to have production. You know what I'm saying? So what you saw with Rashawn McKay is probably what you're going to see from A&M. I just got to call it a buck. I'm going to call it a buck with you. What the stumbling blocks and the ups and downs that you had with a Rashawn McKay are probably going to, I'm just bracing all the A&M fans out there. The same process that you had with what fam you had with Rashawn McKay is going to be the same process that you're probably going to have at A&M. Real talk. There's going to be some growing pains. Figure out what kind of team you're going to be. You know what I'm saying? Throw first, run first, all those type of things. So you're going to see a lot of coaching, maneuvering, and up and down stuff all season. So I just want to brace you for that. Just want to brace y'all for that. Doesn't mean you can't win games. The way you win games won't be the way you won games in the past, where you had a kill going 45 for 60, 4 tubs, 400 yards. You're probably not going to see that. Okay, I just want to be very clear. You're going to see a different style of offense, and just kind of bracing yourself about that. And for people who are saying, "Oh my God, that's why Shedeur is so great," pump your brakes. It's not why he was so great. He had a great defense, which allowed him to make mistakes that never got him in trouble. Okay, so I just want to make that very clear. Yes, Shedeur is poised, but at the same time, when your father's the head coach, when the team is built around you succeeding, you don't have to worry about getting replaced. It's just that simple. So we'll just leave it at that. All right. But since I ain't got no callers, you know what I'm saying? No suspect KC was it. All right. So off today, how many games do you see them? So off today, how many games do I see them winning? They have a tough schedule. So let me see the schedule. Let me go to Alabama A&M schedule. Let me see. Alabama A&M schedule. All right, so let me see. UAB, that's a loss. Troy, that's a loss. Austin P, that might be a win. FAMU, that's going to be I think that's going to be a very close game because they're probably going to be in the same boat. What FAMU is in defensively, what FAMU is defensively is what A&M offensively is, replacing a lot of key starters and stuff like that. So I think that game is going to be a push. I can't call it. Bethune, that's going to be a win. Grambling at Alabama A&M, that's going to be a win. I'm really not going to trust Grambling's offense, if I'm being honest with you. The Match City Classic, going to be a win. I don't trust the real estate agent. Alabama A&M at Valley, that could be a slip-up game because when you play Valley at Valley, you got to give them you got to take 7 points off your score because of the field. That might be a game. Jackson State at Alabama A&M, I'm going with the Quincy Casey Revenge Tour. Oh, it's in Mobile. I'm going with the Quincy Casey Revenge Tour. Texas Southern gets A&M. I think Andrew Body gets the best of them. So I don't know what that is, but that's what I got for you. So if you kept track, then that's what it was. I'm not about to go through it. So it is what it is. So that's, if you don't know what I just said, rewind it, watch it again, and that'll give you your score. All right. Jaron Williams was, he had a shoulder. No, he's sick. He was sick. I'm sorry. Jaron Williams was sick. All right. Yes, they do a huge amount. I disagree because even though you had a bad defense last year and they both put up, I think they both put up 60 points, 50 or 60 points. I think Andrew Body is still good for 30. Listen. Andrew Body, listen to what I'm telling you, man. Listen to what I'm telling you. Andrew Body is good. He's like Tim Duncan, right? Tim Duncan was good for 20 and 10. Easy. That's what Tim Duncan was going to do. Walk to the score table and say, hey, put me down for 20 and 10. Andrew Body's the same way. Andrew Body's good for 28. Andrew Body is good for 28. He's going to go to the scoreboard and say, hey, go ahead and put 28 on there. I'm going to get mine. Okay, him and Ladarius, they gonna get theirs. So Texas Southern is good for 28 points. They gonna put 28 points up on you. It's just that simple. I don't care what you're talking about, whatever. They're gonna put 28 points on you. It is what it is. Now from there, how the game goes, I can't tell you. But Andrew Body is good for 28 points. I just want to make that clear. That's the floor. The floor for Andrew Body. He's good for 28 points. That's all I'm saying. Leave it at that. So, man, listen. Come on, Rube. Y'all, I'm telling you, y'all sleeping on Andrew. I'm trying to listen. Y'all be like, oh, Scotty, Texas. All Texas Southern has to do is recruit the state of Texas and get defensive players, and Andrew Body's going to do the rest. I'm telling y'all, Andrew Body is going to do the rest. That boy is different, man. I'm telling you, the boy is different. Just saying. 1,000-yard receiver. I don't think you get. I think last year they had. Who's singing? It's over there, vibrato with. Like what? Hey, caller, you loud? Talk to me.
Scotty,
what's up?
Man, what you been drinking over there, man?
I don't drink, so it's only Sprite.
Listen, I got two things. I ain't gonna hold you long. but I watched it live. Did you see them balls Quincy Casey was throwing in warm up, and you cut the live off? I seen it.
The game was about to start. The game was about to start.
He was that was in warm up, bro. But it's cool though. I see it.
So I'll give you. I'll say this. So since he's so terrible, he threw a 50-yard bomb for a touchdown. So since he's so terrible, I want to be very clear. I just want to be very clear. Actually threw a 145-yard bomb and 150-yard bomb. But since he's so terrible, but go ahead.
But he couldn't hit a receiver 5 yards away.
Okay,
throwing it behind.
Okay.
But anyway, okay. And then you say Alabama gonna be Jackson State?
Mm-hmm.
Scotty, come on, man.
What do you mean? So what do you don't even know what your team looks like. So you don't even
Scotty,
I don't know what Jackson State looks like, and you don't know what Jackson State look like. So what are we talking about?
Look, I can go off of last year. They even better. They even better, bro. They way better than they were last year.
Who's better? Who's better?
I ain't gonna hold you low.
I'm asking you a question. Who's better? What team is better?
Man, listen, Jack State.
How so?
Jack State.
How so?
We're gonna run the table again.
How so? I'm asking you a question. You're not answering my question. I'm asking you a question. How so?
What's up?
How so? How are you better?
How so?
Yeah. How so? Are you better?
We out recruited. We out recruited the whole SWAC, right? We got better coaches.
Okay.
And I believe
you got better coaches. How do you get better coaches?
We got better coaches.
How do you?
We definitely got better coaches. Got a better program. Then every school in the SWAC.
And nothing you're saying. Nothing. First of all, bro, let me explain something to you. And I promise you. And this is I haven't heard this from but I promise you, the scheme that you ran last year, you're not going to run the same thing because Travis Hunter is going to get exposed. If you run that press man,
we got a new offensive coordinator, bro.
Bro, that has nothing to do with your. Listen to what I'm telling you. Listen. If you would listen instead of talk, you understand what I'm saying to you. I said your defense is going to have to change its scheme up because Travis Hunter is going to get exposed as a press man corner. He's not a press man corner. That's not his skill set at all. He's too tentative to be that. He's a Marcus Peters. That means he likes to sit back, scan the field, and jump balls. That's what he likes to do. That's 1. 2, you lost the best defensive player in the SWAC. James Houston, how do you replace him? You lost the best linebacker, one of the best linebackers in the SWAC. How do you replace him? So those are things that you have to do. Your secondary, I love Nugget. I think Nugget is probably the best corner in the SWAC or whatever, point blank period. You still got Shiloh. He's still a liability. Let's not act like he's not a liability in coverage. So you lost Antoine Owens, who was a force. He was a force on that D line that allowed James Houston not to get doubled. So let's see how you replace those holes first on the defensive side of the ball, because if we're being honest, that's what saved you most games. You averaged 24 points per game, so you weren't blowing nobody out. It was your defense that most people couldn't score 21 points on you. So show me what your defense looked like as a revamped defense. Let's see what Shador's year number 2 looks like with a new OC. And let's see, because at some point in time, is it the quarterback or is it the offensive coordinator? Like, you can't go through 3 Bamas in a season and then you get a new guy. So if he don't work out, is it him or is it the quarterback? I'm just asking a question. That's just me.
Listen, Scott. I get what you're saying, man. I get it. But the Porter is our best friend.
Okay,
we coming.
Okay,
we coming. Like Dion said, if we keep our opponent under 21 points, we good to go.
All I'm saying,
don't worry about
the same team that A&M beat twice in a year, you got mollywopped by. I just want to make that. I don't know if anybody else remembers that. Maybe you do. I don't know. Do you remember that? Okay, but I'll help you remember. 31-10. A team that you said suck, not good, won't be good. They beat twice in the same year that y'all got mollywopped on national television. All right, but that's you though. That's your team though. That's your team.
We lost.
Okay.
We lost.
Okay.
We weren't prepared. We weren't prepared.
But now you weren't prepared. The same team all year. Now you weren't prepared. All right.
We had to go put the cotton in the sock, man.
The excuses. Oh my gosh, the excuses. But appreciate you calling in. Appreciate you calling in, Cortez. Appreciate you.
I'm gonna get off the line though, but I think you cut the line by what Quincy Case was throwing those ducks though.
The game was about to say, but okay, listen. It is however you feel, my guy. However you feel, bro. Appreciate the call to all this, Cortez.
All right, no worries.
All right, man. Peace. This is not a Jackson State. If next person brings up Jackson State, I'm hanging up. I'm just telling you that right now. I'm hanging up. I'm not. It's not Jackson State. It's not a Jackson State show. Hey, caller, you allowed to talk to me.
Hey, I just had something real quick to say. This Musa. Somebody said Tyler is Brian Dawkins. Y'all got to stop it, man. Y'all got to quit it with these comparisons. I mean, he's solid. He's not below average. He's right there on par. But do not compare him to Brian Dawkins. That's blasphemous. That's all I got to say.
All right. Appreciate the call. Hey, caller, you allowed to talk to me, Dre.
Hey, what's up, man?
What's up?
Hey, I wonder how A&M's defense is, because to me that is to me is the biggest thing. Is the fact it seemed like everybody was able to score, whether you had a good quarterback, whether your quarterback was average, everybody was able to score. To me, that is going to be. That's going to tell me everything.
I'll tell you straight up. That won't be the same team. I'll tell you that right. What the historically bad defense that they had last year will not be the same team that you see this year.
Okay.
I would have them out of 12 teams. I will probably put them 5th or 6th defensively. That's what I think they'll be there, because I know last year they were last, dead last, had to be.
Like if they're a top 5 defense. Because, I mean, I still think FAMU and Jackson's defense is going to be better just because that's their DNA. And Connor Mayer's DNA is offense, you know?
Like, but see, the thing about it is, what I said earlier was this, is that what I think there's going to be a flip in I think, if I'm being honest, in what their offense was last year, I think their defense is going to be. And what their defense is this year, I think it's not what their defense was last year. I think is what their offense is going to be. I'm not going to say they're going to be dead last in offensive, but they're not going to put up the same numbers that you saw with a kid. It's not going to happen. I can tell you that right now. It's not going to happen. They're going to have to win games off of defense and ball control. That's what they're going to have. That's what they're going to have to do.
And see, that's my thing. I mean, it's hard to replace a pro at the most important position.
Exactly.
Quarterback.
Exactly.
You know, so
exactly.
Especially when he's been basically a 4-year starter. So, you know, they're going to have to get takeaways. You know, they're going to have to win a game 10-13. You know, and Connell's resume over his years of coaching isn't that. If you know, that's just not what he's known for. You know, he's like y'all want to shoot out.
Well, that's not true. That's not true. See, what you see is this new version of Maynard. But when he was back at Hampton, his defenses led the league. The same guy that he had when he went to Hampton and had the championships is the same guy he has now. And they were beating Bama's like 40-8, 40-14. Like they were really putting it in on Bama's. You know what I'm saying? So the same guy the one thing I do like about the new defensive coordinator, he's very exotic. That basic stuff that you saw with like, you know, against a lot of teams and that's cover 3. No, listen, he's going to bring the house, and it's going to look. It's going to look a lot different than what you saw last year. So he's going to apply pressure where most defensive coordinators, most of the defensive coordinators last year kind of set back and played a cover 3 shell a lot because they wanted to keep everything in front of them because they knew they couldn't really get after anybody. But I think this year with the people they brought in and trusting the corners that they have, I think that you're going to be able to bring a lot more pressure to teams. So he's going to put teams in situations where they weren't usually in with A&M's defense. So he's definitely going to bring the house. You're going to see a lot of more pressure with this new A&M defense.
That was good. It's going to be interesting to see, because to me that was my whole thing. That is, if A&M could get theirs at a top defense, like top 5, like even if they're 5, they don't got to be, or even top 10. I I trust Maynard to be able to put up points. You know, he'll be able to manufacture points. I'll give him that because that's his, you know, that's his expertise, that's his DNA. But they were so bad last year, it's hard to do that much of a flip. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a huge flip.
Nah, it's really not, because if you really think about it, you're not going last to first. You're going last to like 6. That you know what I'm saying? So it's really not, if we're being honest, it's really not that hard to really bounce back from that. It's just instead of giving up 40 points a game, you know, you're giving up 20 points a game. 20. You know what I'm saying? So that but see, now the flip side is can you score 21 points now, because you don't have a kill glass back there just slinging that thing, you know, all around like he's supposed to. So now, okay, I got a defense that can hold you to 20, but now can I put up 24? Now can you put a point? You know what I'm saying? So that now that's going to be, it's funny. That's actually going to be to me, the biggest challenge of actually Maynard is getting back to going 28, 30 points per game. And with these quarterbacks, and I think they both do it differently, but having the confidence in what their skill sets are to grasp the playbook, to grasp what they're trying to do at A&M. I think this is going to be, to me, this is going to be and what I say, this is probably going to be Maynard's hardest job, and DT and Maynard and Ma's hardest job is because the climate in which SWAC football is in. You're not in a climate where you've got 2 stars and 3 stars. You're in a climate where Bama's are like 3.
Everybody has talent. Everybody
got talent. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have the luxury of, you know, they don't got good players or no, sir. You got to get this thing corrected really quickly, and you know, you got to win. And you know, with Maynard being the way he is, you know, he gonna talk trash. So the players got to cash in them checks when he's talking his trash. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be a fun year for them. It's gonna be. I'll tell you this, and I'm gonna say this right here, right now. If A&M averages 28 points per game, it will probably be the next best coaching. I would, in my book, I would give him coach of the year because of all the fluidness. I know he probably wouldn't get it, but I just think with all the fluidness, losing a kill, losing all those pieces, and you're still able to be great on offense, tells me that you're just like, you guys are a great offensive minded team, and that you can make it work with anybody. So
go ahead. I put on the other end because I expect that from Maynard. You know, it's almost like when, you know, I expect Deion to have a defense day one.
That's fair.
And he did. You know, because that's what he's known for. That's his DNA. Because let's say he was able to put up 50 points against Jackson State. People would be like, how the hell you a defensive guy and you got everybody putting up points? Okay, so
let me say this. Do you get this is my.
I expect Maynard to put up points though.
This is where I kind of disagree, is because offensively and defensively are two different. Like I can have defenses always come out easier. They always come out a lot better because most of it see ball, go get ball, right? With quarterbacking, with offense, it usually starts with either the quarterback, the scheme. There's a lot that goes into it. You know what I'm saying? So I would bet on somebody I would bet on anybody getting their defense right before they get their offense together, because offense has so many moving parts. You know what I'm saying? Can my quarterback make the read? Can my quarterback make the throw? Can my offensive line block him? Can my running back hit the hole? Can I have receivers to catch? With defense, it's more or less like, does everybody understand their assignment? And are you going to be there where you're supposed to be? That's literally what it is. And play fast. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and you're go ahead.
So I expect, like if, let's say Rashawn McKay was coach, I expect Maynard to make Rashawn McKay look good. You know what I'm saying? Like I got that much confidence in his offensive expertise because that's his DNA.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what he's known for first. Even though defense may be easier and, you know, see ball, get ball, I mean, once again, you are who you are at your core. And, they may not put up 40 points, 50 points, but I don't think it's out of the – I'm not impressed if he puts up 30 because I expect that.
I guess, I mean, he deserves it. I mean, he's always been that guy.
You're right.
Hey, but appreciate the call, though, Dre.
Appreciate it.
Amen. I mean, he's always been that guy. Hey, what's up, Coach Green? Hey, appreciate the call, though.
Turn my volume down. All right. First thing I want to say, I gotta disagree with your last caller where he kept on saying that Maynard DNA is offense when that's what you hire defensive coordinators for. That's what you hire defensive coordinators for. And a dude that he brought back that he had with him when he was at Winston-Salem was a pretty good defensive coordinator. So you can't sit there and say that's in Maynard DNA. It's all about what you recruit defensively and who your defensive coordinator are, and do everybody buy into that defensive scheme.
Hold on, talk about. What? Okay, repeat what you're trying to say because it's not making sense to me. Repeat what you're trying to say.
No, I was saying I disagree with what your last caller was talking about when he kept on saying Maynard DNA is offense, but that's what you hire defensive coordinators for.
But that's true.
That's your expertise.
That's true. His hit Maynard's. Come on, bro. Like come on, Coach Green. That's like saying Mike D'Antoni's like what you're saying is like somebody saying Mike D'Antoni's DNA is offense. Is it not?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's what he specializes in. That's why you hire a defensive coordinator. So he was right.
And that's what I'm saying.
Okay, but that's why he was right.
That's what I'm saying.
That's why he was right. Because Connell Maynard's DNA is offense. You hire a defensive coordinator. Yeah. So how do you disagree with his call?
No, I'm just saying that for him to say that, what he was saying, about as far as offensively, I was saying, you recruit the right people for defense and all that. Your defense could all of a sudden be good.
But that's not his DNA. You're missing the point, Coach Green. That's not what Maynard's about. Like Deion's a defensive guy. He's not an offensive guy. So that's not who he is at his core. So he was still right. So what are you saying?
No, I'm just saying, you're missing what I was saying.
No,
anyway,
you're either not explaining it right, because we all know if a coach, let me give you a good example. Andy Reid. Andy Reid is an offensive-minded guy. He is an offensive-minded guy. He hires a defensive coordinator, and hey, you deal with the defense, I'll deal with the offense. That does not make Andy Reid less offensive if he can or cannot hire a defensive coordinator. So I'm going to ask you again, Coach Green, what are you trying to say?
No, all I'm saying is the defense could be good this year because of who we brought in. That's what I'm basically talking about.
Okay, but once again, I want to be clear what you said. You said, I disagree with the caller because Coach Maynard is an offensive-minded guy, but he hired a defensive coordinator. What do you disagree with? That's what I'm trying to say. That doesn't make sense.
No, I'm just saying I'm talking about the defense could be good this year. That's what I'm getting at.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyway, the end of I missed the very beginning of the show, so I caught the tail end of it. But anyway, the end of the quarterback stand out. Did any quarterback stand out to you?
Not yet. I say this. Xavier ran the offense a lot smoother. He had some consistent drives where he moved the ball up and down. I think Quincy made the better throws. That's where it was for me. So I gave Quincy Casey a C. I think I gave him a C plus. Yeah, I gave Quincy a C plus, and I gave Xavier a B minus.
So Dixon ain't there no more?
No, he's not.
What about that other quarterback that he signed?
He was sick. He didn't play. He was sick.
He was sick?
Yeah.
Oh shoot! I want to see how he did. Shoot. But Quincy looked good though.
He looked okay. I mean, he made the throws he was supposed to make. I think he didn't make some of the right reads coming into the red zone. He got sacked when you can't take sacks in the red zone. So stuff like that, that's just bad quarterbacking in those situations. So that's where I dinged him up at. Like, I think he was in the red zone 5 times and 3 of those times he took sacks. You know what I'm saying? So you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, made it happen.
Yeah. Yeah. What about the receiving core? What the other than, we already know what boy gonna do, but what about the new guys they're gonna have to step up?
I said earlier I like number 12. Terrell Gardner, he's a new guy. I like him. I like Juice. Juice looked really good. Abdul didn't do too much. And the rest of the guys that were there, they didn't really do too much. It was really Gardner, Juice. They're the two that stood out the most.
What the D-line looking like?
I can't really talk about that, but I said that I gave the defense a grade of A, but appreciate the call. You got to rewatch the show. You can't be asking me, just rewatch the show. Jesus Christ. Rewatch the show. Best player of the game. I'll give you two from each. I'll give you one from each side. The best player of the game for the Maroon. I'll give you two plays for Maroon. For the Maroon team, that's the team led by Xavier. He threw a nice, I'll say about 30-yard back shoulder fade to Juice. Juice made a dope adjustment, made it. That was fire. Another play that the Maroon team did, Coach Mock, man, he called up a perfect play. The white team had a blitz. I thought Xavier was about to get sacked, and he threw the screen. Man, that boy was gone. I think he got all the way down to like the 10-yard line from the screen. It was on the other side of the 50. So it was a great play call by Coach Ma. That junk was dope. On the white team, the one Quincy was doing, Quincy threw a bomb to Terrell Gardner from the outside. It was like a post route. He hit him in stride, boom, touchdown. And then it was another play by QC. It was a blitz. It was a blitz coming. I mean, the dude smacked Quincy. He threw it sidearm to Abdul on a slant. Crazy. I'm telling you, the crowd was like, ooh, because he got hit so hard. It was like, ooh, like that number 11. I'm trying to tell you, that number 11, boy, he'll take your head off. But yeah, he got the blitz through the sidearm, hit Abdul on the slant. Pretty dope. And that's the stuff you see with QC, like the different arm angles, the arms talent, the arm strength. My thing with QC, sometimes he lofts. He puts a lot of touch on balls sometimes, and sometimes you just got to put it in there. You got to rifle it in there. But that was my only criticism and everything like that. No, I will not be at. I don't know if you was on my last stream. I will not be at JSU homecoming. All right. I will probably never be at JSU homecoming because it's too many ops. It's too many ops. All right. It's too many ops. I got to think about a life. You know what I'm saying? Y'all Bama's, in Mississippi, y'all don't really care about gun laws. So Bama's just be walking around there with guns and just trying to, I'm good. So I'll be at FAMU. I'll be at FAMU's homecoming this year, and I'll be at Gramblin's homecoming this year. Those are the two homecomings I will be at. All right. So before I get up out of here, let me guys give you a quick recap. April 9th, HBCU Combine, YouTuber edition, baby. April 9th, South Carolina State. If you up here in the area, come check us out. We going to be there. I'm going to drop my video on Monday or Tuesday of my HBCU Combine video. I'm going to drop it there. What else? What else is coming up? Members. I got a members award show I'm going to be doing. So for all my members, I'm going to start giving out awards for my members and stuff like that. So shout out to y'all. I appreciate y'all. For next year, if any new members want to come up, you guys can kind of get your award show for next year. And if you become a member of the channel and stuff like that. And what else? Babe, anything else? Oh, yeah. I'll be at the Grambling Spring Game. All right. I will be at the Grambling Spring Game April 2nd. So if you see me, say what's up. I'm gonna go down there, kick it with the guys, see what Grambling's about, see what this quarterback situation looking like, look what this offense looking like. So if you're down in Grambling on April 2nd, come holler at me. All right. So listen, until next time, you know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna holler. God bless.